All right, so this is the third session. Again, thank you very much for having me here for the talk. And I really appreciate the opportunity to present my area of the research and the work I'm doing. And special thanks towards the SPAAB, Sports Performance Analysis Association of Bharat. And today I am talking about OpenPose and the OpenCap, and my name is Takashi Fukushima. And this is a series of lectures we are doing. We already talked about what the motion capture is and how it works, and I went I went through the what the motion capture is. Sorry, what the pose estimation model is, and how you can use it, and like a basic understanding the concepts, etc. in the second lecture. So today, this is more practical session, which you can already do it yourself, and you can start motion capture. You can start doing your like data like kinematic analysis for your athlete or your student, etc. And yeah, my focus towards OpenPose and the OpenCap, but there are a bunch of the other motion capture systems or pose estimation models or like softwares for kinematic analysis, etc. But I see those two systems or softwares, they are like very handy, and you can do it for free. And yeah, I highly recommend you to try out at least. Right? So today's topic again, I will briefly talk about like OpenPose and how it works and how you can do it by yourself. And after that, I will talk about the OpenCap, like I will talk about how to use it for yourself. OpenPose, yeah, again, this was a topic we went through already in the first lecture and second lecture, and I would just like this is just a like a recap for first lecture and second lecture, but yeah, OpenPose, it's a name of the pose estimation model, which is the AI, artificial intelligence, which can detect human joint locations from video or image. Like you see it on the picture here. Like this is the input, and the AI did the analysis and detect the human joint location like this: the hip, elbow, shoulders, wrist, knee, etc. And the same for this picture as well. So OpenPose, I would say this is the most researched pose estimation model among others. And yeah, if you just Google like OpenPose kinematic analysis, you will see like a bunch of research using this. And again, as I said in the previous lecture, it only gives two-dimensional data, meaning that what you get for this location, for example, is only pixel data. What you get is X in, I don't know, 100 pixels, for example, Y in 10 pixels, etc. So only pixel data you get. And it can detect the 25 key points in default. I mean, obviously, like you can add face, you can add foot, you can add hand key points, but like a basic the topology which you can get from OpenPose is 25. So it depends on what you need. You can customize, but the default one is 25. And it's relatively developer friendly because it gives some functions or some connections to the Unity, which is the game developing platform. which I usually use for game developing. Anything other than that, I don't think OpenAI, OpenPose gives some connections or like a bridge or like API, but compared to other models like OpenPose is relatively developer friendly. It gives the it's a open source which everyone can use, everyone can customize, and yeah. But for me, it's a little bit slow. But it depends on the hardware, or it depends on the resolution of the image you input to the OpenPose. Again, this was like only the recap, which we're not gonna go into the details, but we already talked about like this, the characteristics of OpenPose in the previous lectures. But this is just a recap. All right, so I will just show you how it works. And this is just only demo like which I did a couple of days ago. Hopefully I can play this video. All right, okay. All right, I mean, this is not the videos for like athlete or like a sports player, but it's just like a demo of how it works. This is just like a command line, and like I just like type the name of the software, like I just installed that, which I will explain later slide, and I just specify the path of the video, like which I want OpenPost to process, and then boom. I mean, yeah, as you saw, like the OpenPost detects the many people's key point with the like I think it was like an average 15 FPS or something like that. Because I have like a GPU. Uh, but if you only have CPU, that's all fine. It just like takes more time to process. But that's like a basic idea of how OpenPose works. All right. So
हाँ जी
luckily,
एक क्यों देना
OpenPose
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ
provides
एक क्यों नहीं देना
the
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ
portable which you can just install and use. So if you just type like OpenPose, you know, portable demo, like you can just go to this link and you can just download the latest version of OpenPose. The only thing is
स्टार्ट हो गई यार
it's only
गेम खेलना नहीं है क्लास
only for Windows.
जापानीज बोल रहा है
Yeah, that's the only thing. So if you're using like Mac, unfortunately you cannot use OpenPose unless you compile the application for
मेरे
yourself,
पास पासवर्ड है
but not for
हिंदी
portable demo.
सीटीए 7814@gmail.com मेल
All
आईडी
right.
है ईमेल आईडी
So the
है पासवर्ड पासवर्ड रखिए
So the basic flow is obviously like you just need to download the demo, download the models, and just try. It's just simple, straightforward. All right, download the demo. So again, like if you just like a Google like OpenPose and the release or like a portable demo, you can go to this page, like a web page, and you can download the demo, or like a portable demo for the OpenPose. If you don't have a GPU, you can just download a CPU version. But if you have GPU, then like you can just download GPU version. Right? Just download it, unzip it, and place it like somewhere like you're comfortable. Anywhere. So in the website, it says like there's instructions text file which you should follow. And if you open up instructions, the first thing that you see is number one, double click on models, get base models.bat to download the required body, face, hand models. But this one no longer works. I don't know why, because of the cloud is not responsive anymore, or I don't know the reasons why, but like even you double click this like batch file, it doesn't work. So don't do it. Instead, what you have to do is go to this Google Drive links, or like you can just Google like OpenPose model, Google Drive, or like etc. etc. They have models here. So what you have to do is to go to the models file. You see like a face, hand, and pose. And you have to keep this file, right? And everything else, like you just replace this with this files like you just downloaded from here. So models, you find like a models file when you download the OpenPose demo, and you just replace it with this one you download from here, from this link. And the third party are also the same thing. You just replace it with this files like you download. But only thing is you just need to keep this file from the original folder. Okay? That's it. Okay? I think if you have any question, you can let me know. But like, I think yeah, it's straightforward. You just need to replace the folders, replace the files, except for this. Okay. I think this, yeah, except for proto.txt file. Okay. In each folder, face, hand, and pose. Okay, after that, you just need to try out. So just go to the path, like you download the portable demo, and I usually just type like CMD to open up the terminals. But like you can just uh open the Windows page, and you just need to type CMD or like a terminal, and you will get like this like a pop-up. And just go to the path like you downloaded the OpenPose, and you just need to type the name of the software which is inside the bin folder. So you just need to type the name of the software like a bin. If yeah, it's in the bin folder, so like a bin slash openpose demo.exe. This is the software, and then after that space dash dash video space, and you just specify the path for the video like you want OpenPose to process. And as you see, there is examples uh, in this folder, so like you can use that video. But if you have other videos you want OpenPose to process, then like you can just put the video somewhere, or like you just specify the path here, and yeah, pretty much that's it. And there are some other commands you can also use. So if you have images instead of videos, like PNG or JPEG, etc., etc., also you can do that. So in that case, you can just need to type dash dash image underscore dir, like a directory dir. Then you just type the path instead of the video. I mean, path for the images instead of the video. So yeah, that's very simple. And some other useful commands to speed up the process, especially like if you only have like CPU on your laptop, you can disable the rendering function. So in the previous, or like in the beginning of the presentation, like I showed you the how OpenPose works, and you saw the video with like a skeleton like rendered on the video, right? If you disable the rendering, then you can speed up the process. And also you can disable the display itself. So, I mean, you don't see the result on real time, but you can save the rendered video like afterwards. So if you specify or like a data output command, then like you can just like disable the display, which you can speed up the process. Also, like a net resolution, like you can just like play around with, I don't know, like 600, 400, 200. Yeah, depends on how fast like you want for the processing. So -1 means like it keeps the ratio. So if your video or image is like 9:16 ratio, for example, then if you put like -1 times 368, then it will keep the ratio. It will automatically calculate what's the 9:16 ratio for 368. So yeah, if you feel that like OpenPose is very slow to process, then like you can play around net resolution, for example, also. And then you can also output the data, and you can like save the data in the specified folder you want. For example, like you can save the data just by typing --write _ video and specify the folder like you want to save the video, or like a skeleton overlay. And for the images, like you just type the right images instead of video. You can also save the data of the motion capture data, right? So it's in the JSON format, but it's the same thing. Like you can just type --write JSON, and OpenPose detect the location of human joint locations in XY, again, like I said, and then this XY location of a human joint will be saved in the JSON format. Again, after this command, you just need to specify the path like you want to save the JSON data, JSON file. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Actually, there are many other like commands which are available, but those are like just like basic commands like you can use for like OpenPose. If you want to go for like more details, if you want to use like a hand, if you want to use foot, if you want to use face, for example, then you just need to type the command, like a specific command for it, which you can always refer to the OpenPose website. All right, that was the OpenPose. It was very like simple and very straightforward, easy to use, and yeah, hopefully like you can like use it for yourself. And next one is OpenCap. This one again, it's a recap for previous lectures. So OpenCap is a software like which you can capture the motions in 3-dimensional using multi-cameras, and you can capture the motions. You can process the data. You can do kinematic analysis. And after that, you can do kinetic simulation, for example, using OpenSim. And the really good thing is the visualization is very, very nice. It's well done by developers of OpenCap, which I can show you in the next slide. But amazing thing is you can use it for free, right? And yeah, that's why I'm recommending you to use this and know how to use it. Right, again, OpenCap, multi-camera solutions, you can do 3D motion capture, and it's advanced, but you can also do kinetic simulations afterwards. Alright, this is the output of OpenCap, which I did for like just like a cutting change of direction motions. And hopefully I can play this video. Alright, like this. So again, I use this is a multi-camera solution. So like I use the 2 cameras, 2 iPads, and just capture the motions and the boom, like OpenCap visualize my motions like this in 3D. Really good. I didn't show other functionalities, but like you can zoom in, zoom out, you can rotate because this is 3D data. And also, you can download the data, you can, where is it? You can make a plot of kinematics, like you can make a graph of like how my knee angles move over time, how my hip moves over time, etc., etc. You can do that also. All right. So this is just overview of OpenCap, how it works. All right. There are several steps that you have to go through, but like each step is very, very easy and straightforward. Basically, you just need to follow the instructions on the OpenCap website. But all of you, you just need to install the applications first and read the QR code, which I will show you how to do it, and you have to do the camera calibration, which is very straightforward, uh, very easy, and you have to input some data for yourself. I mean, this is the data of like athlete or like sports players, like you want to capture emotions, and you have to do the static calibration, and you start to record movements. Very simple. I mean, compared to like the traditional motion capture systems like Vicon or Aftershock, this is much, much, much simpler. All right, first of all, you have to install the applications, OpenCap. The device requirement, it has to be iOS, and it has to be 2018 or later, which is not too bad, right? I mean, we are living 2025, and yeah, you may have like iPads, like iPhones, which are it could be iPods, which is really surprised. But yeah, anything later than 2018 you can use, and you just need to scan this QR code and install the applications. Yeah, just very simple. And also you have to prepare like some checkerboard. And yeah, obviously, like you just need to download this link and you can just print it out. All right, this is I just copy and paste the instructions like from the OpenCap website, but basically, you just need to open the OpenCap application on your smartphone. I mean, on your iPads or iPods or like iPhones, and scan the QR code. I will show you the QR code in the next slide. And mount your phone vertically or horizontally. It doesn't matter, but like the thing is, you have to unlock the orientation. And yeah, just place the cameras like wherever you want. And you know, you have to use at least two cameras, or like you have to use two cameras basically. It doesn't have the single camera doesn't work, three cameras don't work. It gotta be two cameras. And yeah, just repeat the instruction from 1 to 4. And yeah, that's it. And yeah, the last one is just like, you know, have the person or like athlete practice activity and verify that they are fully in view of at least two cameras. So make sure, like, you know, the uh movement like you want to capture is inside of the frame over time, and they should be visible from two cameras. Actually, I never tried, but like I think you can do like more than two cameras. This is my mistake. I'm sorry. I guess like you can use like more cameras, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras. But the thing is, the each camera has to see the chessboard like you printed up in the previous slide from each view like you want to use for the camera, which I will show in the next slide. Oh, okay, so before that, so read the QR code. So if you I just copy and paste this page actually, and there's a QR code next to it, and it's easy. So you just need to like open up the application and read the QR code. So as soon as you know you let the iPad or iPhone or like your device read the QR code, then those devices are synchronized in the inside the application. Okay, so it's very easy. Just read the QR code. That's it. Okay. All right. Then after that, you have to calibrate the cameras. So if you're using like two cameras, my recommendation is capturing placing the cameras like 45 degrees to the space of inches like you want to capture. So again, place the chessboard you printed out or like you prepared on the wall or on the floor. It doesn't matter. But in this example, I just placed it on the wall, so make sure like the chessboard is 90 degrees to the ground. And again, this chessboard has to be visible from all the cameras like you use. Okay. So if you are using like three cameras, I would say I would put cameras somewhere in the middle between like two cameras on the left and right. You have four cameras, you press it somewhere, but the thing is, all cameras have to see this chessboard, and all cameras have to see the movement from athletes or like sports players, and to make sure the movement do not frame out from all the cameras. Okay. All right. So after placing the cameras, uh, you have to place some numbers right here or like parameters right here. And the first thing is loads. So yeah, OpenCap website already gives you how to count the rows and how to count the columns of the chessboard. And you just need to place the correct numbers right here. And the square size, you know, which is just literally the size of the length of each square. Make sure it's in millimeters. And also like if you have like placing the chessboard on the wall, make sure like you change this parameters to perpendicular, or if you place the chessboard on the floor, you know, if you click this like a drop down menu, then like there is a like option for you know, chessboard being on the floor. And then if you see everything correct, then just click calibrate, then this, you know, processing pop-up shows up. Then, you know, after that, you can see the next page. So next page is the data input. You know, literally, like you just need to like type the name of the athlete or name of the trial, or like whatever. And you need to place the weight in kilogram, height in meter, and you have to agree on data sharing agreement. And there are two models available, which is OpenPose or HRNet. I just use OpenPose for research purposes, but if you want to use this software for commercial use, for example, then I would recommend going for HRNet. I think OpenPose is you need some type of like license for commercial use, but HRNet is not. Yeah, you gotta double check actually, but that's how I remember. But yeah, you can try both models, and yeah, actually accuracy or speed will be different between two models. So depends on your purpose, depends on what you need, and you can play around between two models. But I usually use OpenPose. All right, after that, what you have to do is static calibration. So let the athlete or like a sports player like stand in front of the camera and do this A pose. Uses like some like a bad example and good examples on the page. But basically like you have to like spread your arms like around like 45 degrees and the feet up like little bit narrower than shoulder width. Like this, and you just hit the bottom record, and this pop-up shows up, and you just need to wait a couple minutes. It depends on the like so many things. Depends on the hardware, depends on the internet connection, etc., etc. But yeah, I just need to like usually wait for a couple minutes. Right. After that, you will see like this screen, and like right now, you just have this like a static calibration like a record. You see like two videos right here, and you see like a skeleton. You know, it's beautifully constructed into 3D because again, like OpenPose HRNet, they only output two-dimensional data from like each frame, but OpenCap can fuse multiple two-dimensional data and make three-dimensional data like this. Very beautiful, right? Beautiful layout, beautiful visualization, I would say. And then after the static calibration, you can finally start recording your motions, your movement. You just need to type like some like a trial names, like you know, usually you know, name plus number. And after you know, type in trial name, you can just like hit start recording. And then, you know, this is me just coming back to the position like I want to, you know, perform the movement. And then, yeah, you just need to hit the recording. Hopefully this is not the, okay, I thought this is a video, but basically, you know, you just need to hit the bottom, like a start recording and end recording. And after that, you know, you come back to this page again, and your recording is will be on the list like this. And initially, there is a like a yellow, like a circles like this, which means that the application is processing. So during this time, don't disturb the internet, don't close the application, etc., etc. I know it's processing in the background, but like it's safer, like stay in this page. And after a couple minutes, like the circle becomes green, then it's ready to visualize the data. It's ready to plot. It's ready to download the data. Oh, I can play the video. Okay, like this. Okay, I do some movements, and I think yeah, as you saw, like my assistant pressed the start button and stop button, and then you see the data is on the list right now here. And then finally get to this page again. So, you can see, you can do a lot of things from this page. Again, like you can see this like a very like a beautiful like a skeletons in 3D. You can zoom in, zoom out, you can rotate, right? You can also check with the actual videos, like a synchronized videos. And also like you can plot the data, you can download the data, and there are some additional features like I didn't really realize until like recently. You can also do some like a gate analysis. You can also do some like a gate detections, etc., etc. So yeah, definitely like you can play around, and I definitely like recommend. I highly recommend you to like use this application for your analysis. Yeah, this was a rather short lectures compared to previous lectures, but I hope you get like some ideas of like how to actually use the pose estimation model, OpenPose, and how you can visualize, how you can plot, or like how you can do the motion capture in 3 dimensional using OpenCap. And thank you very much.